I would like to applaud the organizers of the symposium for putting democracy as the first item to be discussed, because we all know that democracy is now in a situation that needs much thought, and also I would say much concern, because only recently there were a number of international indices, democracy indices, that were published by the Swedish VDEM project, by the Economist Intelligence Unit, by Freedom House. And in all these measurements, and I'm now putting aside for a minute the Israeli situation and positioning, but the general conclusion is that the world is experiencing a democratic recession. And this is a main source of concern. This wasn't the main issue on which Professor Eisenstadt focused, but we learned a lot from his multiple modernities and his discussions of democracy that is very, very up to date. And we can try and think, what would Shimon Eisenstadt think about what we are experiencing these days? Actually, I wasn't privileged enough to study with him, but a year or so before he passed away, he sent me a message: would you like to come and chat with me on the issue of civil society, which is my expertise? And I have to say that I didn't had much sleep the evening before, because I was quite sure that he was much ahead of me in the reading the very up-to-date at that time materials. And indeed, I was right, because all the recently published books were already on his table when I met him at that time, with these little yellow, stickers, which meant that he really read them ahead of our meeting, and he really had some very, very interesting insights into this juxtaposition between democracy, political culture, and civil society. And this is, I think, was one of his great abilities, to be up to date and still he didn't lose the thread that connected all his very sophisticated and prolonged research projects. I think we should also mention here, we are very few in the room, but I know other people are watching from afar. We should remember the time that his students rebelled against him, I mean, theoretically. And this was, I suppose, a very tough experience for him. It was kind of a patricide in a way, that Eisenstadt theories were put on the shelf, and people would say, well, it's passé, it's very, modernist in orientation, we don't need it anymore, we have other theories that are much better. But as of today, I think that we are far enough from this kind of rebellion of young people who think that their tools are much better than anyone else before. And we can combine the two ways of looking on society, on dynamics of social actors, and the substructure, the issue of culture, and specific culture versus global culture, in order to understand what is really happening today. Because otherwise, with one tool, we will not be able to understand the different developments that we see today. If you just want to look at one such development, the very likely possibility that President Trump is going to be re-elected. And we need so many tools in order, hopefully not, but by the surveys and the statistics, all swing states are red.